Leader of the clan.
I'm not the leader.
You're the father of the clan.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, put me right.
No, you okay?
Are you happy with that?
First of all, I gotta say,
Tyson Fury's father John Fury has been on a social media rant after his son lost to Oleksandr Usyk for the second time this year in their unified World Heavyweight Championship rematch. While his rants have mainly been targeted at Oleksandr Usyk, the three judges on Fight Night and the World Boxing Council, he recently fired shots at his son Tyson Fury as well for being too careless and unprepared to have lost against the same opponent.
Saying that on the broadcast, they needed mercy.
you needed mercy. You know, and at the end of the referee seen it, the lights, and you know what? Good refereeing, but there's clots of blood over there.
When John Fury insulted Oleksandr Usyk and the judges, he had called them robbers for choosing to manipulate the system in favor of Oleksandr Usyk. However, despite initially claiming Usyk cheated his son out of victory, John Fury went ahead to blast his son for preparing so much only to come up with a loss.
People in the UK have doubted my son. I said, every TV company is one sacking off. Sack him off Monday morning, so don't do that.
The British heavyweight spent months in a training camp in Malta and cut off all communication with his household, including his wife Paris and his father John Fury. Only his trainers Sugar Hill Start and Andy Lee were present, while Shane Fury, Tyson's brother, joined them later on. Hence, John felt Tyson had taken things too far and had even impacted his relationships, only to come up with a loss.
Ringcraft, skill, strength, fighting know-how prevails on the end. And he just had too many tricks in his arsenal for Derek, you know, but
John said, he kept me back from his camp in Malta and never reached out for months only to lose. That's crazy to push everyone that far and not win. That's a disgrace. When asked about the conditions before the fight, including his relationship with his father, Fury had responded, like I say, I've not spoken to anybody. Shane's been with me the whole camp. We've had 60 days together, each other's company, killing each other. He's called me more useless things than ever before. Huey come over 2 weeks ago. And that's it.
Can be a part of them all this time for the match.
Difficult, but a man's got to do what a man's got to do.
Do you think that he...
I've not spoken to anybody. When I say I've not spoken to anybody, I really haven't spoken to anybody, just been focused on the fight and doing my job. You know, being in camp, I was in Malta, it was decent weather, dry, we had good facilities and stuff, and literally I went to the gym in the morning, came back, had my food, went to the gym in the evening, came back and had my food, then I'd watch TV, went to bed, got to bed early, woke up early. And the only time we left was to go to the gym, or we went to the church on a Sunday. That was it.
Be furious, he would be angry.
Who? Alexander?
Yes, Usyk.
No, he won't be furious. He'll be okay.
You will be furious.
Dethroned world heavyweight champion Tyson Fury appears to be at peace with the man his father headbutted prior to his first fight with Oleksandr Usyk. Prior to his son's first defeat to the undisputed heavyweight king in May, John Fury headbutted Stanislav Stepchuk on the eve of the fight. Usyk's friend got a little too close to the action but appeared to be an innocent bystander before Fury Sr. decided to assault him at a press event.
Почався. Ну, це не те, що був там конфлікт. Просто вигукнули Усік, і він зірвався.
That's not a lot of conflict as we think. We just shout in the name of Oleksandr Usyk, and
the former bare-knuckle boxer was left with blood pouring from his head and was swiftly criticized by the boxing public. Tyson, who was not present when the debacle unfolded, went on to lose a split decision, then lost by an even wider margin in Saturday's second salvo, but it was all water under the bridge when the Gypsy King bumped into Stepchuk outside the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh this past weekend, and Fury was only too happy to pose for a picture with the Ukrainian as they shared a few words.
John Fury has met about it and do what he do.
Образ не було.
We didn't offend him.
John was noticeably absent from his son's corner in Saudi Arabia after attracting criticism for his behavior during the bout back in May. The Galway native was seen shouting over Fury's main trainer Sugar Hill Stewart and offering contradictory advice as he stumbled to his first career defeat. Many felt Fury should step his dad down for the rematch if he was to stand the best chance of redemption.
Що він робить?
Because he's nervous, he's not stable and emotional now. We think that he's nervous and he's...
And although the 34-21 fighter said he was in the dark regarding whether his dad would be in his corner, it's possible those dramatics from the first encounter with Usyk played a role in his absence. On Saturday, John offered a half apology to everybody involved after once again stealing the spotlight with his antics earlier this year. However, he was still adamant Stepchuk was deserving of the attack's sincere apologies. To everybody involved, to be honest with you, it's just the way we are, he told. Seconds out.
Не понял, не понял.
A sense of hatred is that growing now between the two teams?
Yeah, I think is
However, while John Fury feels like Tyson Fury's performance was a disgrace, Hearn reckons that it's time for the long-awaited Battle of Britain with his fighter Anthony Joshua, whose schedule is free in 2025.
Where does he go from?
Who?
Tyson Fury.
It's only one fight, but there's no point in me. It's not the time to start calling the fight out. You don't know what Fury's going to do. Maybe he doesn't want to fight again. The one thing I will say.
Eddie Hearn, Joshua's promoter, insists a Wembley showdown next year between the two would be a box office smash even if both men are coming off losses. Joshua was knocked out by IBF champion Daniel Dubois in October. The reality is there's only one fight for Tyson Fury, and that's Anthony Joshua. It's the biggest fight in the history of British boxing and everyone will want to see it. Hearn told Dean that wasn't Tyson Fury who looked finished. It wasn't a flat performance, it wasn't a poor performance. He didn't look gun-shy or like his punch resistance was in question. Tyson Fury is still potentially at the peak of his powers, just not good enough to beat Oleksandr Usyk.
So for me, the only fight to make is AJ Fury, but let's see.
Is that half the reason why AJ waited to see? Because obviously, and Turkey said in an interview with us, he doesn't want to make AJ Dubois next.
Yeah, I mean...
For me, AJ against Fury is the 1-1 at Wembley, and then back out here for Riyadh season. I will be pushing His Excellency Turki El Sheikh to make the fight even when there might have been considerations to return John Fury to Tyson's corner. His misbehaviors outside the ring were enough to push him further away. To further complicate things, he recently got into a brawl during his son Tommy Fury's press conference, an incident which got him several trolls.
Shut up, Little John. Little John, be quiet. Listen, Little John, you could leave my son Tyson's name out of your mouth. What? Leave his name out of your mouth. You could have just...
Chaotic scenes unfolded at the press conference announcing Tommy Fury's fight against Darren Till. Fury will make his long-awaited return to boxing in the new year when he takes on former UFC star Till at the Co-op Live Arena in Manchester on January 18th. The former Love Island contestant has not stepped foot inside the ring since his controversial win over YouTuber turned boxer KSI in October last year.
Pig's eyes, Little John, pig's eyes, pig's eyes.
Hang on, no one's seen you since Usyk bladder Tyson. Where have you been? Go back to where you fucking came from, mate.
Pig's eyes, pig's eyes. Shut up.
Fury had been tipped to make an appearance on this year's I'm a Celebrity Get Me Out of Here, but reports claimed he pulled out for a more lucrative offer, and as the fighters faced off for the first time since the bout was announced, things turned dramatic with John Fury at the center of the action again as Fury until traded insults. Both camps had to be restrained as things became nasty, with John seen throwing a glass of water at Till. It was thrown to limited effect, however, with Tommy left soaked by his father, but it still incensed Till, who was seen attempting to charge towards the 59-year-old.
Shut up, Little John, shut up.
All this bullshit talk goes out the window.
With the same eyes like he's got.
It goes out the window at 18. It goes out the window.
The Liverpudlian was held back by security guards, with John showing no signs of backing down as he looked to confront his son's opponent after taking his jacket off. The clash came after a heated press conference where the pair repeatedly threw insults at each other. Fury had taunted Till by saying, "Listen Darren, you've got to walk into the firing line, mate." Till replied, "Well, at the end of the day, if I can't beat you, I'll just kick you in the face. In there, how about that?" "Well, that's not going to happen, is it?" Darren Fury replied. Because we ain't in the cage now, we're in the boxing ring, and you're going to find out that boxing is very different to MMA. This didn't dissuade Till, who continued to threaten his opponent as he said, "Well, it obviously is. How are you going to stop me? If I'm losing the fight, I'm going to kick you straight in the face. You won't know what's hit you." Fury then said, "Well, if you kick me straight in the face, then it'll be a proper fight, isn't it? But then I'll win because I'm a proper fighter." Till added, "I don't walk into a room like this and go, not one of the people in here is a threat to me. Security, you, your dad are not a threat to me. I'm an MMA fighter, so if I'm going to kick you or elbow you in the face, I'm going to do it, and no one can do anything about it. So how about that?" Till then taunted Fury further as he said, "Tommy, you've got the IQ of a loaf of bread. What are you on about? You're an empty head." Before John launched his attack via his glass of water that came after John had also traded insults with Till, with John labeling him pig's eyes before Till called him Little John. As the pair engaged in a war of words, John had said, "Leave my son Tyson's name out of your mouth," before calling him pig's eyes on 8 separate occasions. He then labeled Till a disgrace to the Liverpool and having the face of an idiot. Till had responded by claiming, "Tyson came to spar me and I treated him like a baby. Nobody's seen you since Usyk bladed Tyson. Where have you been, Little John? Go back to where you freaking came from, mate." Little John, shut up. Okay guys, do you like this video? So don't forget the subscribe button and thanks for watching my video.